Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. Today, I want to get out of the house, so I'm going out to the greenhouse and I'm going to just look around and enjoy the plants that are out there. Maybe do some updates. I don't know. I'm going to show you some stuff, so let's go out there. Okay, so we're in the doorway of the greenhouse. I'm using my phone so it doesn't, because it doesn't overheat like my camera does, but, so forgive me, and I also don't have my mic. But hopefully you can hear me okay. We're just going to check some things out. We're going to check some things out because lots of stuff is growing. Oh, that might not be. String of hearts there. But yeah, here we go. Let's start back here in this corner. It is in full shade right now. Believe it or not, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's just that the greenhouse is in full shade with a shade cloth on it. And at that time of day, it does get pretty dark in here. My poor elbow leaf. That one there was so pretty. I'm not sure if that's overwatering or underwatering, but this is the new leaf. Looks like no variegation on there. It's very tender still. Very tender. I don't see any variegation hue. I see water spots. Pretty. This, I just repotted this guy. That's the Standalona, and the leaves that were a little bit crispy have completed their crisping. Oh, that one hasn't, but the other one did. But we have new growth. Isn't that pretty? I don't know what kind of begonia this is, but it's trying to eat this corner, and I've just kind of let it. I got it from Lowe's, I don't know, maybe last year. It was one of the half-dead pots on sale. It's done alright. I have refreshed the soil in it. My Hoya Gracilis, still doing good over here in the corner. That's the Philodendron Burly Marks. Looking alright. Looking pretty good. It's getting a little bit burnt up against the shade cloth in some places. You can see a leaf right there. And then down in there, there's one too. It's okay, I'll cut them off and this plant will not even miss them, so for now I'll just leave them be, but you know, in the fall. This here, water spots and all, that's the Peperomia, what am I talking about? It's the plant next to it, the Peperomia. This is Philodendron, I think it was sold as Red Sun, something like that. And it's very pretty, like that. The leaves come in kind of even more red than this. This one's starting to turn kind of orange. But man, it's so pretty, the color. That is gorgeous. It's got a little baby in here. It's got some leaves. That one's kind of bronzy at this point, but pretty. This is the Peperomia. It's in Kana, but for the longest time I was calling it Incaca, like a derp, and I'll show you why. Yeah, so whoops, I don't know Peperomia, so that's just what I was calling it. Now I know. I know better. I know better now. This, like here, crawling all over the place, this is Ayahuasca. Well, that might be a little bit misleading. This is half of Ayahuasca. It's actually called B copy. I can't remember what the B stands for. I'll have to look it up for you. But, yeah. It's a nice vining plant. I'm not going on any spirit journeys or anything. I just like this plant. It's kind of growing up through there. Around the, what is this, Black Pagoda lipstick. And up the top here. And I think it's getting ready to grab that one at any time. But yeah, I like it. I like the way it grows. I have a mess of like Dracaena here and there mixed in. They're doing good. They don't mind the heat and humidity at all. I dare say they like it. That's the, who are you? Philodendron Thai Sunrise, or Golden Goddess. It's mostly looking pretty Golden Goddess-y at this point. At the top here, where it's also quite angry. Quite angry. Still haven't sorted it out. And I'm gonna be honest, it'll probably be fall before I do. Fittonia, still kicking butt, looking pretty good down there. Haven't underwatered it to death. I have underwatered that to death. That was a blue agave, but whoops. The Ayahuasca there, it's doing pretty good. That's the newest leaf. Ooh. My Jose Bono here, I just repotted that, mostly for the point of restaking it. Still complete with katydid holes. That's the newest leaf there. That's a good one, huh? Pretty, pretty. That's the Syngonium Elbow. It's getting me some all white leaves, or just about all white there again. I don't think I'm going to cut it this time. I'm just going to let it ride. There's another one down in here that's all white. Oh, there's a nice half moon there. But yeah, it's a beautiful plant. That's a really nice cluster of leaves right there. That's propagation from that I just potted back in with the main plant. There's my Campos Portuenum that I just repotted and replanked. The newest leaf is kind of back there. Hopefully it doesn't burn. It's pretty close to the glass. Got another leaf coming already. So that's cool. Kind of hard to get in there to see it through the other plants. That's Doschidia, or Dischidia, whichever you prefer to call it. That's Million Hearts. And then that one there is Oyantha, I think. That sounds right. And then I've got my Ripcellus. That's bicod. That is, I think, Micrantha. And then an Epiphyllum up there. And that there, I believe that's the pseudo Ripcellus, which has kind of really been growing a lot. Sorry about the weird lighting, but it's been doing good up there. This is my Syngonium Frosted Heart. I've boohooed about this plant before, but it's doing really well outside. It likes it, I dare say. I dare say. Got another leaf coming right there. But yeah, it's doing pretty good. Older leaves. So pretty. Such a pretty plant. So pretty. Back in there, that's the fuzzy petiole. It's doing alright. It's got a new leaf coming right there. I'm never sure what to call this, but it's either the neon philodendron or lemon lime philodendron. I cannot remember which it actually is, but it's doing good. Still growing. Still fairly happy. Look how cool it is in here today. It's only like 82 degrees. That's fantastic. That back there with all those roots, that's Philodendron giganteum. Once again, it is kind of burning up against the side of the greenhouse there. It's also being chewed on a bit by katydids and whatnot. But it's doing good. It's fine. I'm depending on the praying mantises to eat some of the bugs. And they do. They're in here somewhere. That there's about the only cissus that does well for me. It's like Peruvian grape ivy, I think is the common name. Or like Cissus rotundifolia, maybe. But it does good. It likes it out here. It's gonna crawl up the, like this support here. I think it's getting ready to try to crawl up there and across the roof, which is fine if that's what it does. We'll see how far it gets. This guy here, it had 3 peduncles on it. It's Hoya numelarioides. It had 3 peduncles. They all quit. So I chucked it out here to let it grow some. And it seems to be doing okay. I think it's maybe a little hot and dry for it. I'm not sure. But we'll sort that out. It needs to be kind of pulled back around to its trellis. It's just flopping off right now. That's the Australis lisa, Hoya Australis lisa, that I recently put on a trellis. Seems to be doing pretty good. Seems to be liking it. That there, I think this is its only variegated leaf. That is the Philodendron White Knight. You can see its pretty little petioles. This is the newest leaf. Very little variegation, maybe a little bit around the edge. we're not overly impressed. Still a good plant. It's okay. This is another cutting of the, there's so many different kinds of monsteras, why can I not think of them? Monstera Standalona? Does that sound right? Standalona. Yeah, that's that guy. It's doing good. Doing really well. Very pretty. That's the Hoya Obovata. It has a couple peduncles on it. There's one back there. It's doing nothing. And then there's another one right in there. I know it's like impossible to see, but it's also doing nothing. It's just hanging out, and that's fine. It's so pretty though. So pretty. It's growing. It needs to be tacked back onto the trellis. And then sort of in this area over here, that is the, who are you? Philodendron Bloody Mary. Looking good, still growing. It's a little bit higher than my waist now. Look at all those water spots. Golly day. Someday I'll have to get in here and clean them off. They come off pretty easy, but yeah, it's a really pretty plant. Really pretty. It's a nice one. It needs to be staked again because this pole is not doing much anymore. Oh look, new leaf's already coming. This leaf wasn't here a few days ago, the last time I was really in here checking everything out, and it's already got another one. That's cool. Then this is the tripartitum that we just trellised again. Pardon the self-tanner all over me, that's why I look gross. Yeah, I'll wash it off eventually. But yeah, that's the tripartitum. It's got a new leaf coming as well. It's doing pretty good. The cuttings that I took from this plant, I don't know, forever ago, somewhere way back down here. Yeah, right there. Still have no new growth. And, you know, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves in the 5th coming since then on this plant. This here is Anthurium hookeri. I believe this is a new leaf. This one's mostly been eaten, mostly gone. Is that new? No, that's old. That's a new leaf. And then this guy here is a newer leaf. That's a nice hole back there. I actually stabbed that with, I want to say it was some kind of snake plant, like samurai? Yeah, or Dracaena, whatever they're calling them now. But this one is in bloom. There we go. Isn't that cool how it's purple at the base there? I wonder if I can pollinate that. It has another flower or inflorescence, yeah, right there. So I guess I could pollinate it with itself, or maybe I could take some queen pollen. Would that pollinate with this? Queen Anthurium? Rockwellianum? I don't know. Let me know if you know. But yeah, it's a big plant. And then this guy was right behind me. I've been beating it up the whole time. More water spots, because it's so hard to just keep them off there because I spray everything in here with the hose, like all willy-nilly. I just repotted this guy into that big pot there. This was the newest leaf. Isn't that beautiful? Chef's kiss. So pretty. But yeah, that's hardened off pretty nice now. And I don't see any new leaves coming from anywhere just yet. Not yet. Soon, though. This is another one of the elbows. This is the newest leaf on this one, which looks like, it's hard to tell, but it doesn't look like it has any variegation. And then this is the other cutting. It looks like it might have some. I don't know. It's really hard to tell when they're new. You can kind of see. This is where I'm looking over here. Might have a streak or two. Then under, kind of in between those monsteras there, is my Tenanthe. It's got some crispy bits, a little angry. I just repotted some of this plant not long ago, but I mean, it's got new growth everywhere. A lot of it's reverted, a lot of it, and that's fine. It's a huge plant. Like, I don't think you can get the scope of it from here. It's got like a 3-foot spread on it, and it's in like I don't know, the pot's at least that big that it's in down there. It's a very thirsty plant. It's a quick growing plant. It is not pesty for considering it's Tenanthe, what is it, Tenanthe luberziana. Considering it's in, you know, that family of plants, it's not that bad, not too pesty. It's equally as thirsty as its friends, though, as its kinfolk. What is that? Oh, it's a stick. This guy here, looking a little worse for the wear. That is the Philodendron Inbay. It's got a new leaf coming there. It has been great food for the bugs out here as well. They love it. It's so yummy. Let's look at it from the other side. There we go. That's a good leaf. That one hasn't been too chewed up yet. But yeah, so that's the new leaf coming. I haven't staked it yet. It's the one that had the baby spiders the last time I showed it. Now it has this baby spider skeletons. I didn't kill them. Those are the ones that just kind of died on their own, or maybe it's exoskeletons, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's doing good. That is my Frydek, which I just treated for spider mites, and I'll probably have to treat again. Wow, it's really heavy. I think it's like 5 in here. It was dormant forever. You can see the main stump there. It grew a leaf that died. But the other corms all popped up, so cool. That is my, oh, right here, Paraiso Verde. I think, yeah, this is the newest leaf. Not convincing me that it's still Paraiso Verde. I mean, it is. Like, here's an older leaf. You can kind of see, maybe, aside from the watermarks. There you go, you can see it through that leaf. But, yeah, so I've moved it up. It was a shelf lower, so I moved it even higher. I've heard that it's heat. I've heard that it's light. It's getting a fair amount of both up there and in here, but it's not really doing anything impressive. So I don't know, we'll just wait longer, I guess, and when we get tired of waiting, we'll chop it. This holy guy here, this guy here with the holes in him, that's the mottled dragon. You can kind of see a little bit of what it's supposed to look like. We are probably going to chop this really soon because none of it's really giving me mottled dragon or lime fiddle, whatever it is, vibes. That one's got a little bit. But yeah, there's a pink princess in there. It's got a new leaf coming. Water spots are a thing. I'm sorry, y'all. Phew. So another Monstera Elbow up here. There's a leaf. I think it's got a new one that's kind of facing the other side as well. I can't even see it. Okay, back here. Back in there, not that it's easy to see, but there's a half-eaten Ficus Burgundy. And then in this pot here, there's like Taniki and Ruby, I believe. I can't tell you which one's which, because really they both look the same to me. I think the only difference might be that Ruby comes in a little redder than Taniki, which still comes in pink, so I don't know. I don't know. And then that back there that's leaning all up against the side is Alocasia Regal Shield. It really likes the light. I have not yet burnt that plant somehow. This is another Alocasia that I always forget that I have. It's Tiny Dancer, which is probably the pestiest, other than like Polly maybe. This one always seems to have spider mites. It's one of those things, like if I'm watering it, I might as well just go ahead and treat it because it's got spider mites. See all that damage in there. Yeah, that's not my favorite. I had it in a terrarium, which was a nightmare. Now it lives out here forever. This is, I think there's 3 in here. Philodendron Gallidae. Bipenifolium? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. This is the new leaf on this side. And this is the newest leaf on this vine. There's another one coming. And then there's another one here somewhere. Oh, this one. This is the newest leaf on this vine. So that plant does good. It is growing into the pole. I don't wet or water the pole any more than like maybe some overspray. Year round. It hasn't been on here that long, but year round I will not water that pole. It will be what it is. Because I don't know, that's my method. These are some angry little syngoniums under here. You can kind of see some of them. I don't even know who's who here. I think it's like Neon Robusta, Berry Illusion. Looks like some confetti maybe in here. Oh, that's a pretty one right there. That's pretty. I don't know what all's in there. It's like a frankenplant. That's pretty too. But it seems to be doing good. Better than it was. Mostly. This is one that I nearly killed. I did repot it in the spring. Look at those little leaves. They're so cute. Hopefully, I can get that one through. Because it is mad. It is mad. That back there is my Anthurium frigidii. It hadn't done anything in forever. It's been out here since like March or April. That was the newest leaf. Finally, here we are, beginning of August now. I'm just now getting another new leaf. Like, this one's rough. It had some sort of pesties. Seems to have been eradicated now, whatever it was. I don't know what it was, but yeah. That's cute, though. I hope it does well. I really need to wrap that. It's very floppy in that pot. That is a ZZ plant, and it is variegated. You can kind of see. Yeah. Now this is one of the lowest variegated ones I have. Like, this whole piece here is variegated. This is new. This, like, that's older growth. This is newer growth. It grows like crazy. I've said that before. I know a lot of people are like, why won't it grow? I don't know. I water the heck out of it. I put it in very bright light, and it grows. It grows pretty well for me. Yeah, I think that's the only variegated piece. This plant did have some variegation on it when we got it. It might not have been the most stunning, but it was there. I don't know where. I don't know where now. It was just little flecks of it. Oh well, I'm not going to make you sit here all day while I search this plant, but yeah, this should look pretty good, I think, when it hardens off. We're excited to see if this one will end up with any. I don't know. And then, like, these are some viney plants that I've got hanging here. I got Cebu Blue, which it does pretty good. It's not as blue out here in the brighter light. I find that if you want the more blue color, if you want it to stay more blue, usually give it slightly lower light than what I am out here. Like I said, I know it looks dark now, but it's just shaded for the moment. This is my Manjula Pothos. I've had it a few years. It gives me lovely leaves. I can't believe hanging the leaves are still coming out that big. I wonder what it would look like on a pole, on a totem. I think it would look pretty cool. I just haven't gotten around to trying that out yet. But yeah, it's doing pretty good. It's up there in that pot. And then lots of string of hearts. I hauled that one. It had really big, or a string of arrows, whatever it's called. It had really big ones, but now most of the new growth is coming in with much smaller little buddies. But that's fine. It flowers constantly. There's some of the flowers. Maybe nothing to write home about, but I guess it means the plant's happy. I don't know. This is the Hoya Pakicleta. It seems to be loving it out here. I'm not getting those sun-stressed edges that I love, but it's okay. I'm getting a ton of new growth. These are all new. There's some newer ones down in here. But yeah, I mean, this plant is doing really well. I love it. No peduncles yet. I don't know if I'll get any this year, but if I did, that would be super cool. That's the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. It's the one that I said stunk like mildew. These are the leaves that were apparently damaged from sitting wet for a long time. But I threw it out here to dry out, and it doesn't seem to have continued down that vine. So we're going to go with it. I have not messed with it yet. Still in the same pot, still in the same soil. I know I said I was going to repot it, but I'm also kind of in the camp of if it's not broke, don't fix it. This is the Hoya Carry Eye. I hauled this on the channel, I don't know, a few months back maybe. So we have new growth everywhere since I've put it outside. And up there as well. This is the tripartitum I was talking about that doesn't grow, that we propagated. It already looked like that when we propagated it. Sorry, we're peeking around a hanger here. But yeah, that's been there. And then that's the other cutting. There's nothing going on there yet. Slow? Maybe it's just me. The Hastatum narrow, Silver Sword narrow. It is off the top of its little, you can kind of see, of its little support as well, so I need to do something with that sooner or later. It has a friend down there next to this little painted lady propagation, which I guess that's a plant now, so that's cool. This is the pedatum. I still have not put it on a better support, so like how I'm still getting pretty nice leaves out of it, I don't know, but perlite. But that's pretty, right? Yeah, buddy. This is, it's supposed to be exotica, and most of it does look like exotica, but that's not quite what I'm used to, nor is this one. Like, this is what I'm used to with my exotica. I don't know. Syndapsis, but it's pretty. Seems to be doing well. It's lovely. This is another Syndapsis I boohooed about. These, this is what it was growing at first. Was all silver leaves, which are beautiful, but I already have a, what is it, Silver Hero, so I didn't need another one. But this one is supposed to be, I want to say it's like Silver Splash, or Satin Splash, or something like that. But it seems to have sorted itself out mostly. Like, that's not what the plant's really supposed to look like either. Like, this is pretty typical of what it should look like, that leaf. I don't know. It's cool. It'll do what it do, I guess. One of the baby Philodendron Florigos. It's really enjoying the light out here. Giving me nice pretty white leaves. So that's cool. This is the one that had the birthmark. It's my Hoya Carnos, that's a big leaf, Compacta. It's doing some growing out here for being the slowest plant ever, I think I said. I'm not kidding either, I feel like it's still very slow. But yeah, we propagated this and put it in here, the propagations, because it was just like one long rope. It was this one we cut from. But you can see like the darker green there with the water spots. That's the newer growth. So, I mean, it seems to be doing good. We have new growth on it, like pretty much everywhere. So, we're happy. We're not mad at it. This is the Variegated Compacta. I propagated it. And right, if it'll focus, maybe cut that off. There we go. Right at the tip there is new growth since I propagated it. I think the propagation wasn't doing much the last time I looked at it. It also had mealybugs, which they don't seem to be an issue anymore. That's why I'm like staring at it. I don't know, if you see something I don't, holler. Back there, it's a little Plowmanii. It's a little baby one. It's doing good. It's got a new leaf back there popping out. So that's cool. This is one of the small Gloriosums. It might be my largest Gloriosum now. I think I might have killed the other one. I can't remember. But yeah, it's like 2 of them in there. Oh, look at that moth. I hope you don't eat plants. Up there in the back there with the yellow leaves, that's a Ficus Audrey I'm killing. I don't know why. I either underwater it or overwater it, and it hates me, pretty much. This is the Subhistatum. Got a new leaf coming. It seems to sorted itself out now. I guess I'm going to have to put that on a real support. I suppose it's going to make it. This back here, it's growing like crazy. Like, there we go. It's, who are you? Pentaphlebia? I think that's what it's called, Pentaphlebia. Hoya Pentaphlebia. It's a nice big leaf there. It's doing good. It's growing like crazy. No peduncles. This is one of the pink princesses. Got a new leaf coming there. This plant, oh man, it's been through some stuff. But yeah, I don't think I repotted these. It was like, what is it, 3 of them? Yeah, it's 3 of them, and I just threw them all in this pot with a little bitty stake. There's a new leaf coming. Because I'm just over fussing and fighting with them. So this is just going to grow. At least these ones are. They will not get chopped anymore. They might get repotted and restaked. But, yeah, this plant, it is what it is for this plant. This is the Ripcellus Agridoensis. It's got new growth everywhere. You can kind of see these little pieces that are sticking off. If we'll focus, nope, maybe, I don't know. It's doing well. This is the Hoya Imperialist that I put in a pretty big pot. But yeah, it's growing everywhere. So, like, look at that leaf. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. That's a Hoya I always forget I have. That's Hoya retusa. That one has flowered. It does like in the fall/winter. Basically in the weeks before I bring it in from out here, it has flowered. But yeah, my Bernardo Pazii, Philodendron Bernardo Pazii. It's been a snack for the bugs as well, plus a little bit of sunburn. It's got a ridiculous little leaf up there after I propagated it. I still haven't staked it. It looks like maybe another ridiculous little leaf coming. But it kind of goes back and forth. It'll give me a smaller leaf like this. I would have considered smaller. And then this I would have considered larger. It kind of goes back and forth. Air plants. That's Xerographica. That's Tillandsia, I think. Some kind of Tillandsia. Not sure which. But they have both grown, like, visibly to me. And they're doing well. They like it out here. I hardly ever remember to water them. Which might be a good thing, because otherwise I'd probably drown them. Yeah. An angry little Syngonium Elbow, the silver one. It's pretty though. It's pretty. It came with root rot, so all these spots were there. I think I might have burnt the shit out of that. But yeah, a lot of the brown spots you see were existing. This is a propagation from that plant. The old leaves, it was like that when I propagated it. But look at this one. It's weirdly stripy compared to most of them. And then the very next leaf resumed normal growth again. I wonder, I think it was just maybe the lighting it was getting at the time. It's a very pretty plant though. Kind of a pain in the butt. It's picky about water. I've not yet figured out how to underwater this plant, I'll put it that way. And usually I'm pretty good at that, so. This is the Melanochrysum, still hanging out of the pot. That stem is not even in the pot. I really need to get this staked and repotted before the growing season is over, because I think we could make some progress on this particular one. Not looking bad. Like, ooh. Ah. So pretty. Alright, but yeah, I'm starting to get warm, even at only 80 degrees. So I am going to run off and go back inside now, and I'll edit this for you, and that way you can see what's going on in here. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so that's the greenhouse. I'm still mad at the same plants, still happy with the same plants. But things are growing, everything's growing, even the plants I'm mad at. Talking to you, Pink Princess. Yeah, so I've got a lot going on out there. I'm pretty happy with the results of things growing outside. I grow outside not so much because I don't have room inside, which I don't, but in part because they do get a nice boost out there. They enjoy the heat, the extra light, the humidity. You know, no matter how much light I have in here, it still cannot beat the natural light from outside. It's never going to be as bright as the light from outside. But that is what I have for you today, so I suppose I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.